Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And on to Election Day we go. It's 77 degrees as far as the temperature right now. Nice and comfortable. We had 60s in the morning, even some areas in the 50s. Going to be milder tonight. We're getting it close back to where we should be for this time of year. So no 68 in Miami. In fact, I think we'll be warmer than our average low, which is 70. And we're going to stay in the mid 80s and then eventually into the upper 80s. It's going to be a warm and dry week with the exception of those little pesky northeasterly showers that kind of stream in, particularly along the coast, but coverage at 10%. Nothing organized, just the wind off the water. That is it. And that wind off the water will keep us a little bit milder at night. Big area of high pressure. That is a blocker there. Anything coming in our direction is going to have to go up and around it until it breaks down, and it won't happen until this weekend. So the high, the only thing it'll do is it'll migrate a little further to the east. It's going to change our wind direction a little bit from northeast to east and then eventually into the southeast, and that'll draw in a little more humidity. So it's going to feel a little stickier through the end of the week. The upper 80s will feel more like 90, 91 degrees in the afternoon. Still tolerable, but it could be a little bit cooler for this time of year, and we should be. Showers then for the weekend. Nothing widespread as I see it right now. About 20% coverage for both weekend days. We'll have a little more moisture in the atmosphere to work with right now. Pretty darn dry, so the showers don't last all that much. We have been picking up a few, and there you see as we head through the morning hours, we get that the continuous feed off the Atlantic here, and that could prompt a couple of little showers through the afternoon, particularly through 3 o'clock. Everything that migrates to the west, that is anemic stuff, so don't expect much in the way of any rainfall. It's going to stay warm and dry for most of the week here. We're looking pretty good. As far as the tropics, that also looks good. We're now 24 days away from the end of hurricane season. I don't see anything in the next 10, 15 days, so I think we're looking pretty good here. We may have had our last storm, so we'll see what happens here, but the next 7 days officially from the National Hurricane Center, they're not monitoring anything out there. It is hostile times for anything that tries to get going right now. All right, we're looking good for the waters as well. The wind event that we had last week and the week before that, skipping that this week. We're going to stay light, so conditions on the water are going to stay just perfect here with no alerts for both the Atlantic waters and into the Florida Keys. And this is what I was referring to earlier. So this morning, a little bit cooler. Overnight temperatures tonight, still comfortable and average for this time of year. A little above that for Miami, but Homestead in 70s. Wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'm expecting some upper 60s for our interior neighborhoods here, but staying for the most part on the warm side. As far as temperatures in the afternoon, back into the mid 80s. Our 7-day forecast will feature a warming trend here through the end of the week with upper 80s. That continues, by the way, into Veterans Day weekend, observed on Friday, the holiday on Saturday, and we'll continue that warm spell here right into the early part of next week.